Hello friends, this is Gayathri and welcome back. Today I am here to share my booker-tbr with you. It's been more than 50 years of Booker Prize, and do you know how many bookers did India win? It could be 3, 4, 5 or 6. But I cannot be sure. If you know the exact number, let me know in the comments below. I tell you, it could be any of these numbers. All of these could be right, and whatever your answer is, it could be contested. In this video, we will try to find the right number of bookers that India win. Quite a task it is, but we'll try. Now, before getting into the video, I would like to thank all my new friends who subscribed to this channel. I'm really glad and I really appreciate your interest and support. I would like to thank 3 people who commented on my previous video. It is really encouraging, especially the comment by Joseph Burton. So thank you so much for all your support. Now, let's get into the video. I have trouble in arranging these books in a specific order, so let's get random and I'll introduce the books randomly. The first book I would like to start with is The White Tiger by Aravind Adiga. This book won the Man Booker Prize in the year 2008. And we are starting here because this is not a book to be read but a book I just read. I really liked this book. I like the idea of this book. This book can be called an epistolary novel because it is a series of letters from an Indian entrepreneur to the Premier of China. Yes, the Premier of China. Also, this Mumbai-based entrepreneur raised to that position by killing his master. Actually, this is not a spoiler because you get to know this in the very first chapter of this novel. In his letters to the Premier of China, he starts narrating his story, like how he met his master, how he worked there and how his master is and everything. We know his master is going to die at any moment in the story or any line in the book. So it keeps us on our toes. Soon after I read this book, I went on reading reviews about this book because this book is also the Condition of India book. And it talks about casteism, corruption, misogyny and everything that's bad in India. Like Charles Dickens' novels, this book also talks about the social condition and how the society is. This book talks about the post-independent India and its darkness. Actually, that is how this novel addresses it, the darkness in India. So I wanted to see how people reacted to it, and I must say it had mixed reviews. Some people liked it and some people hated this book. The protagonist Balram is not a very likable character. Also, the language is sexist in places, but that is understandable. Balram comes from a socially backward class, the so-called lower caste of the society, and he is poor and he is angry like the angry young men. Also, he is not well educated. He says what he feels. So that is this novel. I really recommend this novel to anyone and everyone because if a book cannot make you question anything, what is the use of it? What is the use of reading it? So that's our first book, The White Tiger by Aravind Adiga. The next in our list is The God of Small Things by Arundhati Roy. This book won the Man Booker Prize in the year 1997. Some people consider this book as the first book to win Booker for India, but again, we cannot be sure about it. I want to read this book so badly. I guess I will start this when I am done with the books I am reading right now. This book is all about Rahel and Esther and their mother as well. It shows how caste, as insignificant as it is, as invisible as it is, can affect a person's life, how it can shape a person's life through and through. It also talks about misogyny, and if you are going to read this book, I would like to tell you there is a little bit of incest in it. Despite its literal acclaim, this book was criticized in India, notably by the then Chief Minister of Kerala. He criticized this book. But let's see how it is. I'll let you know when I'm done with this book. The next book in our list is The Inheritance of Loss by Kiran Desai, and this book won the Booker Prize in the year 2006. This book is about two human beings, Sai and Biju. Biju is an Indian living in the United States, and he is the son of the cook who works for Sai's grandfather. So that is the connection, and I don't know much about this book. Desai took 7 years to write this book. To respect her efforts, I refrained myself from reading about the book, and I am going to read the actual book. I hope I'll do that really soon. I hope. The thing is, I am in between academics. I have entrance exams to clear and there are stuff going on. I hope it will be over very soon. So, these are the 3 books written by Indian-born Indian writers, and they won the Booker Prize for India. But we may add 2 more books to our list. The first being Midnight's Children by Salman Rushdie. Now, this book is commonly credited to Indian literature. Salman Rushdie was a British writer, but he was born in India. The official website of Booker Prize marks Rushdie's country as the United Kingdom, so I don't know where to put him. Midnight's Children is a very famous work. It won the Booker Prize in the year 1981. It also won the Booker of Bookers and the Best of Bookers. So technically, it won the Booker Prize thrice. This is about Salim, who was born at the very moment India got independence. Salim and other children who were born at the same moment India breaks free from the shackles of colonialism share a strange bond with the country. Of course, this is magical realism. The life of the country itself and the life of these children are intertwined. This text could also be read as a post-colonial text, as obviously it is about the post-colonial India, and it also has postmodern elements in it. It is an interesting story, but it is still in my TBR. The next book in our list is V.S. Naipaul's In a Free State. V.S. Naipaul has no connection with India except that his ancestors are from India and he wrote India trilogy. He actually showed India in a bad light in that trilogy, but still some consider him Indian because he has Indian roots. But it's up to you to consider him an Indian or not. Let me just introduce the book to you. In a Free State is his book, and it is actually 3 stories in a book. One out of many, Tell Me Who to Kill, and In a Free State are the 3 stories in this book. One out of many follows 2 Indian characters, a slave and his master. They go to Washington DC from India, and it's all about that slave man and how he tries to break free from slavery. So if you like, you should definitely read this book as well. Now that brings us to a conclusion that India has won 5 Bookers. But if we are being more generous, we may add 1 more book to this list. Booker Prize has a sister prize called the International Booker, right? International Booker Prize for the year 2022 was awarded to Tomb of Sand by Geetanjali Shree. So if we are going to add that book to the list, we have 6 Bookers for India. It was originally written in the language Hindi and it was translated to English by Daisy Rockwell. This is the first book to be translated from an Indian language to English and win the International Booker. This story follows an old lady, an 80-year-old widow, and her journey to Pakistan after many years. She was a victim of India-Pakistan partition. She was a teen then. So now she goes to Pakistan after years and it is all about her views and experiences. So yeah, that's the story. Now tell me, how many books do you think India won? Can we attribute all these 6 books to India? I don't know. Also tell me if you will be reading any of these books. What are all your other Booker winning favorites? Let me know in the comment section below. Also, I forgot to mention this before. The White Tiger actually has a Netflix series based on it. So if you want to watch that series, you can definitely watch it as well. Now that is all for today's video. Let's meet in another video very soon. Bye bye.